Hello and welcome to our Self-Love Summit Facilitator Intro. Today, you will meet Leticia J. Hey, Leticia.
Hey, Maya.
So let's just jump straight into it, shall we? There are 5 questions that we're asking all the facilitators and the speakers on the summit. So here we go. Question number 1.
Mhm.
When did you realize the value of putting yourself first?
Oh, I think that would have come to the lead up before I left my ex-husband, when I realized how much I'd been putting myself last and how burnt out I was. It was a self-reflection that, yeah, he came first, the children, my business, everything. And I was just in this state of, I didn't even really know who I was. And if someone had said, what would you like to do? I probably couldn't have answered it because I was so used to just doing what everybody else needed and wanted. So it would have been around that time, which is almost 10 years ago now.
Wow. Okay, question number 2. What is the lowest and the highest point in your life to date?
Okay. Probably the lowest, the first thing that comes to mind was when my father passed away. And I think that had such a ripple effect of my life that I could call it my lowest point. Because I was left with a parent that maybe wasn't so nurturing. And, you know, that other parent was struggling, of course, because she just lost her husband. So I'm not blaming my mum or anything. But that's just where I was at. It just had this ripple effect then that really affected my self-esteem and my confidence, and then who I chose as partners and what my self-worth was and my self-love was. So that was probably the lowest. The highest point. Wow, I would really have to say when I became a mum. That unconditional love. And from that point, like really understanding unconditional love. The amazing things you can do as a parent when you have no sleep and you are just stretched your limit, burnt at both ends, but you do it. And I still do it. And I still put them first. So it was probably the most wonderful gift. And I think, and then going back to the lowest point, it was a remembrance of what I had learned from my father that died, which was that unconditional love.
Beautiful. It's a nice completion of that circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Question number 3. What experience you've had that was both crazy and transformational at the same time?
Motherhood.
One word. I love it.
And going back to the children. Yeah, just it's always crazy. Yeah, and it's always
Beautiful.
transformational.
I think it says it all, especially.
Yeah. And I think on both sides.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy for me and transformational for me, but then crazy for them and transformational for them as well. And we both feed that, you know, with each other, you know, the three of us, of course, because I've got 2 children. But yeah, I think motherhood, because it is crazy, especially when, you know, I'm a single mum. So at times it can really just be crazy. I lay in bed some nights and I'm like, this is insane. Because and I was speaking to a close friend the other day and she's like, you're being everything. You're being mum, dad, worker, you know, housekeeper. Like I'm mowing the lawns, I'm cooking the meals. It's just I'm mum and dad. So sometimes it's crazy, but at the same time transformational. So
The gatherer and the nurturer.
yeah, exactly. But beautiful.
And the hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, you know, I wouldn't change it.
Oh, your face is beaming.
It's transformed me.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
And I think it's transformed my children's lives as well for the better. They can see that at times things can get tough, but it's okay. It's okay. It gets tough. It's okay. You struggle. You just keep pushing through. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to be weak. You're allowed to feel pain. Just pick yourself up and everything will be okay. Get a hug, reach out, do those things that fill your own cup and everything's okay. So it's good on both sides.
Okay, question number 4. What is your current favorite show or a movie or book or a song and why?
Okay. Probably favourite show at the moment is because my 15-year-old son started watching, or I recommended it to him. It's called Sex Education.
I knew you were going to say that. It's
Really?
an amazing show, and I really encourage every parent with a teenage child to watch it. It's brilliant.
And it's hilarious.
Yes.
It's hilarious. I remember watching some episode and something happened and I messaged my son and I said to him, you didn't tell me how funny this was. And I took a video of myself and I was just like laughing. I filmed the part that I was laughing at and I was laughing, filmed me. I was laughing so hard and this is hilarious. It was so funny.
It's so funny. It's such a feel good and educational, and it really covers many subjects that I know I wish I had access to when I was a teenager. I think it's fabulous to give them a space to learn and support them in that time.
And it's really nice to watch it together with them.
Yes.
I'm watching it with him, and so not only are we laughing together, but then there's some awkward moments where it's like, this is a little bit awkward watching this with him. But it's great because it's
great
bringing us together, and then I give my opinion. I'm like, that's maybe not everyone. And Ruben's like, yeah, I know. So it's really good. So it's bringing us together.
Great way to bond. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Question number 5. What action of self-love you do daily that is non-negotiable, and why that specifically?
That would be meditation. I always have to make time for that. And even if I'm in a space or something's happened where the time has been taken from me, where I'd normally take the time to do that, I will even do it driving in my car to work, or I just have to do it somehow in some way, shape or form. No matter what's happened in life, if I'm feeling a bit low, which still happens to all of us, even though I'm a yoga teacher, I still suffer. I still get sad, I still get angry, I still get confused, I still suffer loss and fear and anxiety at times. It's natural, I'm human, I'm part of this world, but that is my go-to. That is my go-to. And when I just take that time, because I'm in the present moment, because I'm focused on the breath, everything else has just gone. It's just gone. And I always include in my meditation gratitude. And I just feel this, it's like this overwhelming feeling of love.
Yeah.
Not just for what I have, but for everything. And it dissolves any bitterness or pain. And I'm just filled with forgiveness and acceptance and compassion. And so without a doubt, that has to be, I really think I would not have possibly survived from the things that I have experienced in my life, which have been very challenging. If I didn't have that tool, I really think I would have needed some kind of assistance, someone stepping in. I think I would have been in a really bad way. That's the most powerful. There's different forms of meditation. Even yoga can be a physical form of meditation. Gardening can be. I know people that surf, they say, Tish, that's my meditation. That's where I feel at peace and everything else is gone. And because they're just in the present moment. So no matter what you do, find what works for you, where you can be completely present and everything else just falls away. And it's so healing and so peaceful and beautiful. Yeah. And we're connected to our creator.
Leticia, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. I can't wait to see you in the summit and enjoy more of you. Thank you so, so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. And I enjoy being in the summit. I look forward to it so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.